Okay, so getting into the first battle here, we have my Shadow Shiftry lead against Shadow Hypno. So this is a really good match. Typically, I like to build up extra energy, but one foul play will take out a Shadow Hypno at full health. Um, so I think I built up to 5 snarls there and then threw the foul play. Because I think, yeah, maybe there's only 4, but then I'll have to shield these moves because fire punches or ice punches will take me out. So then I'm just going to go again and build up a lot of energy. They swap into Altaria. I have a foul play on my Shiftry, so I'm immediately going to swap into Azumarill. It'll hard counter the Altaria. The Dragon Breaths won't do much damage. The Sky Attacks do chip away at Azumarill, so I'm going to overfarm an energy. And I don't remember exactly like when the Altaria gets to its moves, so unfortunately I do end up over farming there by 1 bubble, and then I throw the Ice Beam and they're able to get like a Dragon Breath through, so that's unfortunate. But I'll throw this Ice Beam here, and I'm 1 away from the second Ice Beam, so I really just need to make sure I win switch advantage because Shiftry against Hypno is going to do well because I already have the foul play stored. So I'm able to bubble it down, win switch advantage, and then they are going to be able to farm me down, I think. I'll throw this Ice Beam, which won't be enough, but it'll put the Hypno in, I think, well, it's definitely in Leaf Blade range, but I don't think I want to snarl it down because there's a chance that it still has a move, so I'm going to immediately throw this Leaf Blade. I'm 1 snarl away from another Leaf Blade since I built up a lot of extra energy, so this will be good for whatever they have in the back, and it's a Swampert, and yeah, I just had to snarl and then throw a Leaf Blade, and that was a fairly easy win. My Shiftry countered pretty much their whole team. The Altaria is the only thing that kind of counters Shiftry. Shiftry, I think, will win certain scenarios. The Dragon Breaths would do like would be the things you have to worry about, but 2 foul plays from a Shiftry would be able to take out the Altaria there. So yeah, that's generally just how the team works. And against something like Hypno, where like both the Shiftry and the Hypno both have moves that can take out each other, you really have to make sure that you get a shield advantage, and that's more important than having a switch advantage if you're like around equal on energy, because yeah, that's definitely something you have to take into consideration. Something else about that match, yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it. I mean, it kind of just went like that. So yeah, we'll just get into this next match here. See how this one will go. So that's 1-0 so far. This match, I have my Shadow Shiftry up against a Tropius. Tropius is pretty much like the biggest issue my team has. So what I like to do against it is, or any flyers in general, is to throw a foul play and then switch out. I think they might have gotten extra air slash through, so that's unfortunate, but I try to immediately swap out into Vigoroth, hopefully catching a move, but they saved their energy, so that was a really smart play on them. I think they were definitely at a, what would be like an air slash or a leaf blade, but they saved all that energy, which was really smart from them. And then they have their Politoed here, so right now I'm really debating whether or not I want to win a switch advantage or get shield advantage, and for this case, I choose a shield advantage. So I'm going to throw this Body Slam here. We'll see if they shield it. They do decide to shield it. Okay. So I choose a shield advantage because I was hoping that my Azumarill could take out the Shiftry. I mean, take out the Tropius with the Ice Beams and have to shield like at least 1 Leaf Blade. I think 2 Leaf Blades, like a Leaf Blade does, I think, what, like 30% to Azumarill's health from a Tropius, so right now I wanted to build up a lot of extra energy, but I should have been like counting or knowing when that they'd get to their moves fast, and I shouldn't have shielded there, that Leaf Blade, I think, or that Weather Ball. I had to let one of these go through. That was like my main mistake. Because now I have no shield against this Tropius, and that's a really big issue. So yeah, because they still have a shield, and that, I think that's what I was thinking at first. I was thinking, oh, they didn't have a shield, but they still kept a shield. So because of that, able to get off these leaf blades, and they're able to shield this ice beam here from my Azumarill. Or maybe they just let it go. I forget what their plan is. It depends what they have in the back. So, because my Shiftry does have basically full health. Okay, so they have a Swampert. So, you know, this would be really good if I still had a shield, because right now I'm still like switch locked and my Azumarill can't switch out. If I could switch out, then I could just double Leaf Blade this Swampert and I'd be in a really great situation. But I'll throw this one Leaf Blade here, but this is a CMP tie, so they're definitely at one of their bigger moves. So yeah, that was a CMP tie, so I wasn't able to get both these Leaf Blades off. So that was a really big mistake on my part. I should have kept the shield for the end game there. Was there a Tropius still alive? I'm trying to think. They had what did they have? Maybe their Tropius was still alive. They still had something alive. I don't remember if it was Tropius or it might have still been the Tropius alive. So they had that. But I had a lot of energy on my Shiftry, so I probably would have been able to get to a move before they could air slash me down. So that was a pretty big misplay on my part. I was incorrect at guessing what their last Pokemon was going to be, so that's sometimes what it comes down to, is just estimating or guessing what their team comp is, and you know, that's how you have to play, but you always have to think about what it could be. So okay, so right here they had a Toxicroak lead. I immediately switch into my Vigoroth. Against fighting leads, I'm not totally sure exactly how I want to play those. It's not like Vigoroth has a good matchup against them because it's taking super effective damage, and against something like Toxicroak, it is resisting the counters because of its poison type. But the body slams do add up, and it does about 50% damage, I want to say. Like after the counters and the body slam, it'll be in the yellow. So there, I switch into my Vigoroth. They have their Politoed. I let my Vigoroth go, and I think that's what's going to end up being the huge mistake in this match, is not winning switch advantage. Let's see what their last Pokemon is. Yeah, their last Pokemon is a Stunfisk, and because it's a Stunfisk, that is the worst case scenario for my team, because if I won switch advantage, I would have been able to get my Shiftry aligned with their Stunfisk and my Azu aligned with their Toxicroak. See, Toxicroak versus Azu isn't a good matchup for isn't like a great matchup for the Azu, because Sludge Bomb will do a lot of damage, but they will have to like land the Sludge Bomb. So if my Shiftry was aligned with their Stunfisk, it doesn't really have to shield the Discharge or the Mud Bomb. I think it definitely does like add up, but I think like a Mud Bomb will only get it to like, you know, like half health or something, or Discharge, like either of the two, because they are resisted. So yeah, that would have been a lot more important to win switch advantage there. So that's one case where I was taking, I don't even know what I did. I don't even think I won a shield advantage. I just really misplayed that match. But thinking about it, I kind of needed to get a shield from them and win the one shield against their Politoed, so that I'd have my Azu to threaten the Toxicroak, and then I can probably just Leaf Blade the Toxicroak to KO it later. So some of the matchups here I'm showing aren't the best plays by me, but I have been taking a little break from Go Battle League for, I'd say, about a week. I definitely haven't posted YouTube videos in a while, so there's that. But I have been on Twitch, so if anyone's interested in checking out some live battles, post on Twitch sometimes. I'm also getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And things like that. So as you notice here, I'm facing against a legend, and that just like kind of surprised me, considering like right now I dropped a lot of points and I think I'm in the 2300s. So they had a Mew, and then I bring in my Azu against their Skarmory, which I think the reason why I did this was because Azu versus Mew will have a really bad matchup, well, not like terrible, but yeah, it's a losing matchup because Mew will most likely have Wild Charge or Grass Knot, in which case that hits Azu for super effective damage. So I bring in my Azu here, and I'm hoping to either one of the two get switch advantage or get shield advantage. And I choose to shield here, which I'm not sure if that was the best idea. Well, let's see. Now I'm hoping that I can get take out this Skarmory with my with this Hydro Pump here. And let's see where this gets it. So I'm able to get it super low, and I switch out because I think at the time I wasn't gonna win. I think my Azu would have died there to an Air Slash, but I'm not totally sure. But I am playing this matchup really bad because now I gave up the switch advantage I could have had, and I also gave up a shield. So now I no longer have shield advantage, and I don't have switch advantage. And now their Mew, as you can see there, stayed in for a while to get a good amount of energy, and then it switched out. And so I have my Vigoroth against this Azu here. And this is a really tough spot because now my Azu has no health, so I need my Shiftry to somehow find a way to win in the end game, which most likely won't happen. So right now I'm just threatening this Azu with Body Slams. They are building up a lot of energy here. And here is where I make the mistake that cost me the match. And I shield right there. So if I really shouldn't have shielded that because I need my Shiftry to have a shield, because there's no way it's gonna like do anything against their team if I don't have a shield. So yeah, that was just really unfortunate. So they still have a shield, they have their Mew with energy, and I played a good matchup into probably the worst way I could have played it. So this is definitely what not to do with this team. You have to make sure you keep shields for when you actually need them and use them when you have to. Otherwise, stuff like this will happen because the team isn't really bulky. So you'll lose to like an Ice Beam there that you saw from the Azu against my Shiftry. But I definitely needed shields for the Mew as well, because I'm sure the Mew probably had, I would think it had Grass Knot, I think, there, so probably like Grass Knot Flame Charge. Maybe Grass Knot Wild Charge, I'm not totally sure, but I think probably Grass Knot Flame Charge would have been what they were using, or maybe Surf. It's hard to say, but I would assume it would be a Flame Charge to deal with, grass types. Because, yeah, grass types are kind of common. Not super common, but kind of common. So anyways, yeah, that was just a really bad showcase of the team. But it's still fun. I felt like I wanted to show some battles where I didn't play too well. So you can kind of get an idea that if you don't play the team well, it will lose. So you have to know how to play the team correctly. And it has been a while since Great League has been around and I've been playing this team, so there is that, and I haven't played in a while, so that as well. Okay, so Shiftry against Galvantula. So this is a good matchup for Shiftry, and what you want to do, I think I saw, so the you want to, I'm not 100% sure like when you want to throw the Leaf Blade, but I know that Shiftry does get to Leaf Blades before Galvantula does get to the lunges. So the main thing is you don't want the Galvantula to get an extra Volt Switch through in this match, but Shadow Shiftry will win the 2 shield because it gets to Leaf Blades first. So I shield up this lunge, and I think I built up 1 extra like Snarl before throwing the Leaf Blade to make them think that they get to lunge around the same time as I get to Leaf Blade, which just isn't true. So I throw, and you can see there I get an extra Snarl through, so I'm going to double shield this. And then let's see, I build up a lot. What do they do? Oh, they switch into Machamp. So now I have no shield, so that's kind of unfortunate. So we'll have to see how this match goes. I'm gonna throw this Ice Beam here. And I just need to take this Machamp out because it's a huge problem for my whole team. So I need to get to another Ice Beam. Because right now they're going to throw the Rock Slide. That'll do a decent amount of damage, and I need to take out this Machamp. That's like the only chance I have at like winning this match. So let's see what'll happen. Because now I have no shields. They throw this Rock Slide. That gets me in the worst health where I can't get to the Ice Beam and they're able to farm me down. But my Shiftry does have a Leaf Blade, and I'm able to throw it before the Machamp gets to a cross chop because I'm pretty sure Machamp would win CMP against Shadow Shiftry. I'm not 100% positive, but I think it will. And now, right now, I'm looking to switch out into my Vigoroth immediately, thinking that they could have a, thinking that their Galvantula would come in and have the lunge, and I didn't want my, like, Shiftry's, like, I didn't have, like, enough for Leaf Blade, so in case I needed Shiftry in the back, I'd have it with, like, a little bit of energy and probably get to something to take out their back Pokemon. And it's an Abomasnow. So looking at this team on paper, they had Machamp, Abomasnow, and Galvantula, which is like some of like the worst Pokemon my team can run into. Abomasnow is like one of the worst, but luckily I still have my Vigoroth alive to do counter damage against it. So right now I just threw the Body Slam to take out the Galvantula there, and I'm able to counter the Abomasnow down to win. So that was like a really tough match seeing the Machamp in the back, but I was able to pull out a win in the end, so that was nice. So looking back at this set, I went 2 and 3. I had some really questionable and pretty, I'd say, big mistakes with the team. So it was okay overall. I think I could have definitely went positive in the set, but you do have to make sure that you play the team well. But other than that, I mean, I think the team's pretty good. I like it overall, and I'll showcase some more battles later. And thanks for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to leave a comment or subscribe. I had some battles with other teams that I had earlier in the season that I just didn't like bring out because there was just some issues trying to save the videos. They didn't save properly, so I'll have to probably just redo them. But I definitely have more teams I want to showcase in Great League that I really enjoy. Some Pokemon like Porygon 2. There's some other Pokemon I can also showcase too, but if anyone has any ideas on what they want to see, I have a lot of Pokemon for Great League made, and I could like make more. So yeah, and like I said earlier, I'll leave my Twitch link in the comment section or in the description if anyone wants to check it out. And then, but yeah, I hope you liked the video, and see you all later. Bye.